getting used to this wonderful Georgia weather. See, I get used to all this fun in the sun. And so I just got the phone with a gentleman from in Illinois. He just said, they're getting ready for 10 inches tonight. I said, I just got some members just moved here and they don't miss none of it. He said he checking his insurance. He was online checking his insurance. 10 inches tonight, and you know some more fall behind that, won't it? That'd just be the crank up. 10 inches? He did tell me he was from Iraq. So he was a Syrian. So he used to this teacher. A lot of people, y'all do know we came from that region. Babylon, where we went into captivity, that's where Abraham was from, over in that region. They don't know that, do they? Mesopotamia, that's where we came from. When they say Armenians are we said Syrian ready to perish. That's where we originally started from. Y'all didn't know that? Yeah. Iraq is actually Babylon. Y'all didn't know that? He told y'all that Babylon had fallen and become the habitation. Who that was again? Devils. Who over there now running Iraq? I want devils. People don't want to talk about that, though, do they? He told they had fallen. Look at Babylon just keep falling. Isn't that right? Shoot, man, Babylon put a whole lot of people in slavery. Talk about so much trouble she caused, so much torment. He said double to her. Look at that. Soon as before we got it back, the United States took it over. England had it. Y'all know who freedom from England? Adolf Hitler. Y'all don't know nothing about Hitler. Adolf Hitler freed Babylon. He freed them. Hitler didn't want no part of it. He didn't want no part of the Middle East. When all the white country, France, Italy, Europe, when all those people came over there and invade Africa, Hitler didn't want no. That's why I be telling y'all, quit letting white people just give y'all information. Hitler wanted no part of Africa. You have no part of Africa that's dominated by Germany. They don't control it because Hitler didn't want it. They offered Hitler oil. Hitler didn't want nothing to do with black people coming there trying to indigenize blacks. Hitler was looking at those white-skinned people that would cause him problems. He was just like Muhammad Ali was. They tried to make him go fight Vietnam. He said, ain't no Viet Cong calling me nigga. Oh, y'all had to wait for the movie to come out to tell you that. That's why he didn't want to fight. He said, them people not calling me nigga. He said, them people ain't segregating no bathroom. He said, the people I got to fight with right here. You know it looks bad that you go and fight other people that have absolutely wanted nothing to do with you? Never did. Then they teach Jesse Owens don't even shake the man's hand. So if he hate niggas, if they say, why he want to shake a black man's hand? He looked at me, you did a good job. You won a medal, want to shake your hand, but you're going to go out and try to kiss America behind. What has America did for Jesse Owens or his family? Violate them Tuskegee Airmen, all them niggas got us a calendar. They run around here trying to get away a bomber, trying to sell a bomber jacket, they don't get $1 for it. What they get? White boy fly a plane, ain't kill nobody, he an American hero. You couldn't touch it. They make movies from Black Hawk Down. You know the sad part about that? What did they do? It's a movie about them getting their behind whooped. And these guys got medals for this stuff. Your behind got whooped over in Somalia. Why am I going to make a movie about my behind getting whooped? They stars and revered. Jessica Lynch got a book. She got a movie. Sat in the wrong seat, shot up all the bullet, got captured, and the people captured took her to the hospital. I just can't believe how just dirty a nigga these terrorists is. They got the nerve to go take a white injured woman and take advantage of her and take her to the hospital to get her some help. What kind of niggas is them terrorists? That's what we've been programmed to believe on. People ain't got no fight with us. Y'all all right? These people want him to in school. Y'all, did they teach y'all anything about Germany, Adolf Hitler? They didn't tell y'all though he went on there free though, people didn't. They never told y'all he didn't have no cause with black people. About as much he got about as much problems as Fidel Castro does. You black, you go there to your doctor, you know you go to school for free. Man, now that's some racist nigga stuff there. What kind of racist stuff is that you let a black man go to school to be a doctor for free? He just got to volunteer some of his time to help the other people out. Now, that's a pure racist I ever seen one. I'd rather be on here where they keep a black nigga down and nigga got to pay to be a doctor. And he still don't get the white man pay. What's better than what we's got here? People program y'all, man. And I say y'all, I was programmed like that, too. When you wake up and hear the truth, it hurts you. They ain't tell you that. Y'all heard about Fidel Castro, didn't it? Y'all heard about it? Y'all learned about him in school? Did they tell y'all about how he helped took down the apartheid government in Africa? They don't talk about that, do they? How many of y'all didn't know about that? Isn't that just amazing? Fidel Castro, who hate niggas, went over in South Africa and helped fight against the apartheid government. That's some racist garbage there. Then just to let y'all know, they finna let the man out. The worst terrorist, worst person that ever against blacks that helped kicking the apartheid government. Just to let y'all know, they let him out of jail. They let him out. He made parole. Listen, in charge of more killings, torture than anybody. I think they named him the Doctor of Death. What's the name? Something like that. Dr. Death. Let me see. Killed. They don't even know how many he killed. And tortured. I'm just glad to know that nigga made parole. Gave him a chance to sit down and talk to the family members, other people. And he try to help tell them where the body's at that he buried and killed. But they going to let him out. They said, you know what they said this was going to do? This is going to show where we can come in and try to heal racial unity. By letting a white man out of prison that's been a victimizer, killer, torturer of blacks and babies. 20 years is all he got. And they let him out of prison. They said this is going to be they say it's time for us to heal. Makes sense to me. Because a black life ain't worth a whole lot. I just can't believe these white people actually put this stuff on TV and tell it to, and it makes sense. They actually convinced the victims to say, I want to go get those people from 9/11 and set them down with Osama bin Laden, and they can try to see if they can heal, and we can somehow just let him out of prison. These white people wouldn't even hear of it, would they? Not one of them people. Only us. They say it's time for us. See, it's always time for black people to show. It's time to show how you heal and time to try to get over it. They got another one they want to let him out. They say it's only been 10 years. He need to wait. He said, well, let me out too. They said, well, it's only been 10 years. Let's wait. People hadn't quite got over it yet. Can you imagine having a conversation with these people that have been murdering people? Torturing people. Yeah, I love this country. I like Don King, greatest country in the world. Where do you want to be at? That's how they treat us. But you know what? It's our own fault. It wouldn't have, if I took a little white baby and killed her, I guarantee they ain't going to wait no 20 years to sound taught me and say time to heal. One white baby. One white woman, one white man. They put me in the electric chair. 20 years is just the start of my prison time. And he get to sit down, and this is what he told them about all of them that he killed, and as much information he could tell them where the body's at. So he says it's time to let him out. We got to heal from this, people. We can't keep holding this. Like they say, whites can put signs up saying, we'll never forget it. Blacks, they tell us, get over it. How long y'all going to keep sitting around here trying to blame the white man for your problem? How long y'all going to keep blaming? You know what I'm saying? Michael Brown did. Get over it. What's the guy name with the cigarette? Eric. When y'all going to get over it? Huh? These people don't never get over them when they come to their people. Isn't that right? They can go to other countries, people fighting for unity. What are they trying to tell people? Listen, sit down, calm down. You need to come to the table. You need to discuss something. But there's an issue that come up against white people. It's always answered better with a gun and a bomb and a knife. Anything affect white people, they get people that look like you got something to do with it. We got hit in 2000, what was it, 2001? 19 terrorists. It was a lie. Saudis, all Saudis. 19 Saudi Arabian citizens on the plane. And for whatever reason it is, a Saudi Arabian looked just like an Afghanistan. They look just alike. You couldn't even tell them that you can't tell the difference. And if you look at them, they look just like an Iraqi. But we didn't go into Saudi Arabia one time to bomb and kill nobody. As a matter of fact, we grounded every plane in the U.S. Even George Bush had to catch the bus. But we flew the Saudi Arabian family out of here. This stuff y'all don't talk about. When you watch these other shows, this other information, this stuff they don't want you to know. Things they don't want you to think about. Things they don't want you to consider. That's why the only thing we got is the word. For people of color, there's absolutely nothing for us. We have no part in America. You know what? We're similar to when the people under Jeroboam told him how they had to leave, because they ain't have no part in David. We don't have no part in America. Truth be told, we don't have no part in America. America just tolerates us. They tolerate us. You're only here because they just learned to tolerate you. The smell and the stench of you, they've just become accustomed to it. Let's be honest with it. They tolerate you. They don't respect you. They don't love you. Isn't that right? They just tolerate you. You're an expendable asset. At any time, you're still property to these people. Y'all know that? Okay. They don't want to talk about that. These schools will educate you and tell you a whole lot of stuff. It's stuff they don't want you to know. We got educators in here that teach science and teach history. They tell us certain stuff they're not going to let them people teach you. Because they programmed our mind since the 60s, 70s, to hate Fidel Castro. Isn't that right? We've been taught to hate him. America was taught to hate Hitler. How many of y'all ever met Hitler? Not one. Hitler ain't never told you nothing. They told you what they want you to know about Hitler. They told you what they want you to know about him. And the whites that he sat around and he in prison, the Germans that there now still got to pay for it. The only thing I got a problem with is I can't get nothing from the whites that indigenized us because they're dead. How do these people still get paid by living people from a man that's dead that they claim dead, that made them victimized or victimized? How exactly does that work? How they tell me, well, the people that enslaved you, those people dead, you got to get over it. Well, the people that imprisoned them, he dead. So how is it these people still getting restitution? Because when it's white, it's never ending. When it's black, it's short term. It's short term. We'll wake back up as soon as the next cop killing comes, because it happens every day. It's just sometimes some of it hit the media. And that one case that hit the media will be the one that'll spark it. It'll never stop. It'll never stop. It'll keep coming. And we'll get aroused again. We'll get upset. Then something else will happen right behind it. Then we'll say we're sick of it. We're tired of it. How long this got to go? And we'll say this person is the face of our movement, this person. Then a football game will come on. Or a basketball game will come on. Kobe will do something that almost passed Michael Jordan. Tiger Woods will finally start getting the ball to go in the hole. Nigga look bad now. When white folk wreck your life, he done. This nigga walk right here and he can't even drop the ball in the hole. I'm just being the Tiger look. And listen, they wearing him out. All he got 85 cameras right here on their face. Tiger, be quiet, Tiger. He's gonna miss. He's been missing. It's real bad. And you know it. And you remember his wife left. And nigga said, man, pump this junk. All the pump is a putt. That nigga done slung it through the trees. They say, oh boy, it's really looking bad for Tiger. Look at that, doesn't it? Oh God, I don't know what's going on. They don't bring an expert in. Nigga ain't never played golf. I tell you, if Tiger really needs to just hang it up. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Nobody else get the cameras on him just like him. When these people set their mind to wreck you and run you down, they do it. They got him. Everybody can't survive. That kind of pressure on you trying to hit a ball, they don't wreck it. But I just wish we wake up. And when I say these statements, I definitely don't say them to encourage people to hate the people, but hate the situation. You have a right to express how you feel about a situation. And the situation we're in is not a good situation. These suits and shoes and clothes and houses and cars they allow us, I have to say they allow us to drive and live in, don't make up for what's happened to us. Don't you ever forget it. Our book taught us that. When Amalek came up and smoked the hind part of, what were we taught? Don't forget it. You think Amalek killed millions of us? Did Amalek put us on ships and put us on chains and make us slaves? Yeah, he told us, don't you forget it. These people have done us worse than Amalek. These people have done us worse than Amalek. So why would we sit here and we so comfortable and I just can't worry about that? That's crazy. That's crazy. This month of February coming up, well, February starts when? Black history has gotten less and less of a care for us. At one time, it was more shown. It was more evident, during the time of looking at it, considering what they show you. Now they're suppressing it. Goes by so fast. They'll shoot roots on the channel that most of you don't have. Because last thing they knew was a nigga looking at rats. They don't. Because they actually sat down. I made my kids sit down and look. Y'all remember that? I made them sit down and look at it. And while I just shut up, sit down and look at it. I just want you to just look at what type of mentality people have. And we know it's not totally authentic, but it just kind of give us a look on a take of some of the mindsets of people. And just actually sit there and behold it with your eyes. You just look and say, I've been mad and I've hated people before in my life, but I never hated a person enough to do some of the stuff I've seen. I just couldn't imagine. Just say, Brandon, I hate you. I mean, this is true. So let me use somebody else. Okay, Uncle Ted, because Brandon give me reality. Just say, I hate you, Uncle Ted. Because you did something to me, or it could be your color, whatever it is. What would your kids have to do with that? You know what I'm saying? What would his kids have to do that I would go and kill his kids' kids? What in the world could possibly happen that can just arouse that type of anger in me? And then it's not even, and it's a laughing anger. It's a habit. I'm satisfied, and my satisfaction don't stop with just him. It don't stop with just his kids. You know, it's driven on to everybody that even carries your color. That's crazy. You can't tell me, don't tell me about Hitler was no psycho and he was crazy. Ain't nobody gonna be crazy than these people. I just couldn't imagine that. I could not imagine hating a person enough to want all his kids dead, everybody in his family dead, want them in prison, and then everybody that looks like him. What could drive a person to do that? And the sad part is, they didn't do it out of anger. They were happy. Could you imagine taking how many of y'all got small kids in here right now? Small. Could you imagine taking hold on, my wife, hold on. Let's do this again. How many here have small kids right now? Thank you. Smitty, let's clear it up. Unless that's something we need to talk about later. Take your kids and set them down with a meal. How many of y'all have sat down with your kids with a meal? How many of y'all sat down with your small kids and ate a meal looking at something? How many of y'all have sat down with your small kids, sat down eating a meal, and sat them down and watched a living human being die? Hang from a tree. I'm talking about watch this person choke, kick, slobber, eyes almost bulge out of their head, blood come out of their nose. Watch these people urinate and defecate on their body, and watch them swing while you sit here with your child and eat. What's the message? What do you tell? What does it, just as a child without anything, there should be some kind of reaction that this don't look right. Something's wrong with, even as a little child, you like, it should bother you, it should startle you or something, but these kids were fine. Which means, what's the message? What do you tell this kid that consolates them to say, this is fine, keep eating? We're having a celebration here. That's crazy. That's crazy. I just couldn't imagine that. Subject a child to something like that? To program them as an early age to start hating, to have the same mentality to kill, to take down any and everything that don't look like you. That's crazy. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine passing that hate on. Just say if I hated somebody, why would I pass it on to my kids? Why I want some stuff I don't even think about as a human being. With no God involved, why would I pass it on to my kids? I don't know. It bothers me. It really does. Some stuff I guess in life I just never understand. Y'all all right? So when we deal with these people out on a mass or masses in America, you always just got to kind of keep an alertness and just kind of consider where you at. You can't ever get that comfortable here. And please don't think it's every white. Every white has not agreed or signed or prescribed to this behavior. There were whites that were major and a big help to us in the Underground Railroad and our escape. There were whites that never owned slaves. For those that don't know, there were some Quakers. They didn't own slaves. There were people that did not own it, that did not agree with it. So please don't ever look and say all whites or try to categorize them. But when you just look at it as a whole, whenever I see people and they have these pictures of these Dixie flags on the white, I always watch them and I just kind of consider, in your real mind and heart, what is it that you tell yourself? Honestly, what do you tell them? Say they was fighting for, it wasn't about blacks. It was about, don't do that. Don't do that. We know that the North and South War was about industry. Let's not be stupid. They were not fighting for business. They were fighting because of the labor. The South had free labor. The free labor was the niggers. And the slave, those Southern was looking at, they were not going to give up no free labor and pay. That's why today, traditionally, people don't move to the South for jobs. They move up north because the pay is better. When you move to the South, you lose the slave pay. Which means today, things haven't changed, has it? We're trying to equal it out. The more people that move here, it kind of have to kind of balance out because people come and say, hey, I can't do that for that. Who works for that? Exactly. Slave pay. That's why we blow everybody out the water. When you look at our pay scale and look at what other people pay, you say, what in the world? I can't work for that. You will if you're going to be him, nigga. That's how the system is. They hate Northerners. They still hate them today. I remember whites I deal with, and they'll say stuff and let me know, say, you still got that. They'll say, you know why I hate a Yankee. I don't know why they don't stay up there where they at. You like, so if that's the way you feel about them, so how you really feel about me? Because I don't have a problem with a Northern. It can make me a different one end or another where a person come from or where he is. I mean, just be honest, but it shows you it's still there. Because they know when these people come down here, they force them to have to pay. They force them to have to get rid of free labor. That's the only reason you hate a Northerner. The only reason you hate them. They make you have to pay. Y'all all right? So it's stuff y'all don't think about. As Arsenio Hall said, things that make you say, Again, what do you tell yourself when you have that flag on? What do you tell yourself when you see your grandpappy sitting up there? He was an old Southern War Confederate soldier. He's sitting up there. What do you tell yourself about your granddaddy? He was a good, clean white man that never meant nobody no harm, that never raped no black women. What do you tell yourself? That was just the time back then. I couldn't imagine it. I just couldn't imagine a picture on my wall of my great-granddaddy who used to be involved with whites or Asian or Mexicans being enslaved and killed and beat. What do I tell myself? And then say that I'm a Christian, I believe in God. What do I say? What do I tell myself? He was still a man of God. It's just back then, that's the way they did things. Yet the Bible, before he even got him, already prescribed. That's not the behavior of somebody that followed the Messiah. So what do I tell myself? That's why I tell them Christianity is a hoax. You can make Christianity do whatever you want to do. It can fit anybody, wrong or right. It fit more wrong than it ever fit a right person. So when we come in here, I know I say a lot of stuff funny, as I told y'all guys before. Y'all sleep on me a lot. Y'all awake when I say stuff funny. When I tell you stuff that's of real interest to you, you don't really pay attention because you feel like it has no real significance, but it should. I appreciate the way I'm treated in America. I really do. Because if they treated me any better, I'd be like a Mexican. I'd be ready to swim through a toilet to get him. If anything, I'm ready to swim through a toilet to get out of him. I'll just be honest with you. I won't want them to treat me no better. I'll be the last man to walk down there to the state capitol and ask the white people to treat me better. Because let's just be honest, if they did, would I leave? Let's just be honest, if I got equality, if my kids could get the same, me, my wife, my kids could get the same equality as anybody white. The police had to stop me. I said, hey, look here, fella, what you stop me for? Nothing, how you doing? Birds just snatched the door, whoop, 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 whoop. Let's just be honest. Would I really leave here to go to Jerusalem? So I count it a blessing. I just don't want you guys to get so comfortable that you don't want to leave this place. Let's just be honest. He had to put us in an uncomfortable spot. That's why we want to leave. And if you don't, God got it set up. After a while, they'll force you out of here. They're going to get rid of us. You're going to be expelled out of here either way it go. Y'all all right? So when I tell y'all that, please don't take this to hate people. Because if you take this, make sure y'all all aware of it. Anybody watch me? If you're the type of person that go all white people devils and these white devils and this, and you believe that it's just as many black devils that you're going to find anywhere. They demons. You don't have one devil. Just like you got one God. You got demons. Blacks possess them, whites possess them, Asians possess them, Hispanics possess them, Europeans possess them, Africans possess them, everybody. All continents got them. Don't hate the people, you can hate the situation. Y'all got me? Hate the situation. Where most people mess up with the message, they take the message and they focus it at a person. You can't put it on a person. You got to put it on the situation. And the truth be told for us, and just taking reality of why we have the situation we're in, You had to come back and do like Jonah, false in us. Had our forefathers, had they obeyed, had they kept those laws, statutes, commandments, we wouldn't be in this mess. So just to be honest, probably the people we really need to have a problem with is them niggas that begot us. Y'all don't think like that, do you? Because the fathers had eaten sour grapes. Our teeth were set on edge. I didn't do nothing to get here in America. We didn't do nothing to get to America. Our fathers did. And because they were cast out with their seed, and because of our law, he visited the iniquity of the fathers well. That's why Michael Brown did. That's why the little fella Gregory Hines with the cigarette. I don't got much tap dance he could do. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It don't make no difference. He visited the iniquity of the father upon the children. Isn't that right? To the third and fourth generation. You know what he do? He by no means clear the guilty. So when you start to focus your hate back and you want to put it on whites and what they do, it also make sure you include your fathers. Include your fathers. They don't want to talk about that, do they? See, I put people where real blame goes. It's still like this. He hate whites. Justin is better than women. And you can be honest. Do you in any way feel like I've demonstrated I hate white people? I don't hate no white people. That'd be a lie from hell. I don't hate no people. I hate the situation. I just hate the mind. I hate the mindset of a black that think it's okay to just go and just rile up and go kill white people. I think something wrong with you. I think you're a retarded nigga. I think so. If you're doing it domestic, I think something wrong with you. I don't agree that you can call yourself an Israelite. You ain't no brother of mine. I don't subscribe to it. I wouldn't hide you. I wouldn't covet you. I wouldn't cover you. I wouldn't uplift you. I wouldn't support you. I wouldn't hide you nowhere. No, I'll blast your behind. I get these Hebrew Israelites quicker than anybody. I don't let them off no hook. Oh, them my brothers. Them not my brother. Jesus said, them that do the will of my Father, say my brother and my sister. That's the mindset we got here. Once you start subscribing to that foolishness, you in no better shape of the people that you said that indigenize them and oppress you. I got to do something different. Y'all all right? They don't want to talk about that, do they? A lot of laughing stock. Y'all come here, y'all get a lot of education. Always question, always watch. Y'all hear me? Everybody has an agenda. I can't tell y'all that enough. Everybody, including me. Everybody has an agenda. Y'all ever had somebody that would come up and gave you something and help you? How many of y'all? Somebody giving you something, somebody help you in life? Nobody did that without an agenda. There are kids that have been kidnapped. You know what happened? Sometimes strangers will come up and they'll offer them candy. They'll offer them a ride if they're walking because they have an agenda. Somebody offer you something, somebody give you something. Just say, what's your agenda? I don't have no agenda. So at that point, that means you're an idiot. You got an agenda. I got an agenda. Y'all got me? So you got to watch. Stop thinking. That's why we so stupid, because we keep thinking people just doing stuff. Nobody just doing nothing. That's crazy. Why he died? Because he just died. Does that make sense? I'll just be honest with you. At first, I've heard that, and I thought I knew him and loved him. But if you really think about it, he just died. Wouldn't that be like suicidal? What was his purpose of dying? He had an agenda, right? What's going to get a man to do that and go through that and suffer that? Because he had an agenda. Of course, he said, not my will, but thine will be done. Because if I do what your will is, then I'll inherit something. If I do what my will is, I'll lose the inheritance. Got it? Sometimes people are leaving their wills for their children, young children. Just say Bryce and Austin, Austin and Allen, they're younger. I should die now that they have to go and complete college. Just say, Allen, they don't like college, they don't want to go, but they go. You said, wow, that's really noble of you to go to college and you lost your dad. They ain't just going to college. They're going to college because that's going to be part of the inheritance. It's already inherited that they have to complete school. Y'all got me? So he didn't just come down here and just die. Part of his inheritance was entailed on you got to go, you got to suffer, you got to die, then you can reign. You got me? So when people come and do stuff for you, what's their agenda? You never ask. It's just so they just like that. So you the idiot. Y'all all right? All right. Thank the Lord. Man, let me tell you something. People don't know just give away trick-or-treat candy. Sometimes why people do that, they give away good candy. They hope maybe the kid don't come here and leave poop on my porch. They don't bust my one. Everybody got an agenda. Someone they can put poison and get people sick. Someone so they can lure people. Man, no, what other reason? I just buy candy, just get away for what? Everybody has an agenda. Oh, they'll tell you, really, I don't want that. Okay. Makes sense to me. Y'all all right? True. Stuff to consider, ain't it? A whole lot of things, y'all, we have to sit down and consider going this way. This suppressing way. Ain't that right? A lot of information, a lot of knowledge. Stuff we don't know, it hurt us. These people engage you in conversation, they start telling you stuff. The more you know, the more you can shoot stuff down. Ain't that right? And start just being a victim of just going around. And that's what happened with communicating. That's why the Bible says evil communication. Communication by definition would be to exchange opinions. You exchange opinions. Whether they fact or not, that'll be determined. But basically, you're just exchanging opinions. And sometimes you sit around. That's why he told you, be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good. So you run around and get the wrong opinion. It'll corrupt good manners. It'll formulate you and cause you to believe or hate or look at people indifferently simply because of somebody else's opinion. It ain't fact. That's why we come back and then we look at the word and find what's fact. Because in these churches, guess what we've been doing? Communicating. They'll say something, we say amen. We exchange opinion. Amen means so be it, meaning what you said was right. Now, I've taken that out and I held it as a truth, and now I've gone out here and I've formulated a lifestyle behind it. That can be detrimental. Now we come back and we look at the book and we find out we should have never amen this. Should have never amen it. Isn't that right? Before we clock in, let's say that 1 Epistle of John chapter 2, verse 9.